Hey, what's up? It's Austin here with Falter Media Company, and today I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I actually have coronavirus, and so you might hear it in my voice a little bit. Today we're going to talk about 4 tips that can help your lifestyle videos become more cinematic and more engaging. I'm not going to talk much about stabilization or lighting or any of my filming techniques, but more of the preparation phase and the post-production editing phase, things that you can do to help out. So without further ado, here's an example of a 45-second lifestyle ad that I recently did.
I heard about you long before we met. You're winsome and you're young, at least that's what they said. Someday I will leave you when I've had enough of your beauty. Nothing could prepare me for your style. The way your laughter seemed to go for miles.
Tip number 1, and something I think went well with this ad, is using the right music to tell the right story. In this ad, I used audio blocks for all my sound effects. Not the best music selection, but they have a good selection of sound effects for an affordable cost. And so I use audio blocks, and then their story blocks audio is what it's called now. And then Artlist is what I use to choose music. And I would definitely recommend Artlist. I've bounced around from a few different music subscription platforms, and I really do feel that Artlist is the best. They add more music than I've seen other platforms add, and all of it is pretty dang good. I don't have to sort through it too often to find good music, because a lot of it is higher quality selection, whereas Storyblocks Audio, I feel like they let a lot of things on their platform, and not all of it is good. Especially when I was doing a lot more weddings, there was maybe 3 songs I would feel comfortable using from Storyblocks Audio, whereas I go to Artlist and there's 50, 100 songs on there that I would feel comfortable using at a wedding that's good, high quality music. If you don't know where to start on Artlist, I'd recommend looking through the curated collections that they've already made and said, hey, these are good for this type of video. I know that there's a few folders that are specific to commercial videography that might suit you well for finding the right song there. Once you have your selection or you know kind of what you're going for, I would also recommend looking for songs that have vocals and a instrumental version. If you can get both of those versions, it becomes really easy to edit down your song later on. For example, this video, the song is I think about 3 minutes, but I knew that the video was going to be about 45 seconds. So rather than just use the first 45 seconds of the song, I actually chopped it up to match the mood that I wanted for each section of the video. And before I even filmed or did anything, I actually made a 45-second version of this song using that vocal track and that instrumental track, and then chopping it up how I wanted it. And that really helped me know what type of story I wanted to tell, when the different changes in the mood were going to happen in the music, so I could shoot to edit and made it a lot better. And last thing with music is just listen to it over and over and over again. I listened to this song probably 50 times, so I knew when I was going to film, I knew exactly what shots I wanted to fit what part of the song, and it really helped it tell a good story in this lifestyle video. Tip number 2 is use movement in your videos. Using the right movement, using consistent movement can help draw the viewer in and help them know what they should be looking at, know that there's a story happening, that it's a continuous, progressive video that they're watching. Something is going to happen, right? And using movement can help show that. You can see that how I use movement in the first section of this video. At first it's moving from right to left, and then you see here there's a digital zoom in, and then it's back going left to right during this section of the ad. But having that movement between shots where each shot kind of has movement to it and it's not just static and stationary, that really helps the viewer get drawn in and know that something's happening, that you're moving towards something, that a story is being told. that these shots go together somehow. All right, tip number 3 is nailing the right mood in your videos. Now, there's a few ways you can do this. One of the ways is creating a mood board beforehand so that you know when you're going to get a shot, you have a reference. If you don't know what direction to take with a shot, or what the right angle would be, or what's an interesting way of capturing something, I would recommend going and looking at what other brands are doing. Look at what is interesting to watch, and then plan on doing something similar in your videos. For example, I knew that in another lifestyle video I did for the same bag company, that I really wanted to show people sitting at a table having a good time, and I wanted it to feel like a Coca-Cola commercial I had recently seen, where people are sitting at the table and there's this handheld camera going, and I wanted to capture a very similar feel to that. And so I knew in my notes on my shot list, I said, people sitting at a table, Coca-Cola shot, and I knew exactly what angles I wanted because I had been thinking about that Coke ad that I recently saw, and I wanted to match some of that. Knowing the camera angles and types of shots you want to get is one way to really set the mood in a video, but another way is with your colors. So in my color grading, I brought forward the colors that I felt would make it feel more vibrant, while I took away some colors that were distracting. For example, there was someone walking in the background with a bright red backpack, and I actually muted that red because it distracted from the subject, which was the bag at the time. Color grading is really one of the most effective tools you can have in your cinematic tool belt. And so I really recommend learning how to color grade. That's enough tips as far as mood goes. Now let's move on to the most important tip, and that is storytelling. When you are creating a product video, a brand video, a lifestyle video, you really need to make sure that you know what the lifestyle is, what the brand stands for. And that's going to really help your videos be more cinematic, because their cinematic videos get messages across. Cinematic videos tell a story, and if you don't know what story you're trying to tell, what selling points you're trying to emphasize, then you're going to be lost. Your video is going to be missing that part of the communication, that part of the message. Now, the other thing that you want in your video, if it tells a good story, there's probably a couple of elements. Number one is intention. Intention on the part of the actor, where something's going to happen. They're moving towards something. There's a goal they're trying to accomplish. That's intention. And then tension would be the drama that is keeping from that intention from being fulfilled. In this video, for example, the intention is that the person is going somewhere. Right at the beginning of the ad, you can see that they're sitting there. There's some suspense, and then all of a sudden they're moving. They're going somewhere, and you want to know where are they going. And the tension is holding back that information until it's the right time. And so that's how I used intention and tension. But there's other ways that you can do it as well. If you're selling juice boxes and someone is thirsty, then their intention is to get a drink. And the tension could be whatever's keeping them from getting that drink. And if you have both of those things, you're on your way to creating good drama. And good drama is what captures attention, what holds people and keeps them listening to your story. Just a quick recap of the 4 elements that I would recommend using to get more cinematic lifestyle brand videos. Number 1 is music that fits. Number 2 is movement that captures attention and helps things feel continuous. Number 3 is mood, capturing a good mood, whether that's through mood boarding or color grading, paying attention to what mood that you are bringing into your video. And number 4 is storytelling. What story are you conveying? What is the message that you want to get across, and how are you doing that? How are you inviting drama into your video? These things are really going to help make your footage and your story, your videos, a lot more cinematic. And just by focusing on these things, I feel like your shots get better, your storytelling gets better, because you have a goal, you have something you're trying to convey, a message you're trying to get across, and I think that's the most important thing. So thanks so much for watching. Next time I'm going to have a treat for you at the end. Unfortunately, I have coronavirus right now, and I just want to get this video done. So thanks so much. Please hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.